Few aircraft in history have achieved worldwide attention, such as the Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress. An icon of American industrial and military might during the Second World War. With its large tail profile, broad wings, and 4 engines, this aircraft is still a public favorite at air shows, movies, and museums. The Boeing B-17 began life as the Boeing Model 299, as an answer to a United States Army Air Corps August 1934 request to replace its Martin B-10 bombers with a bomber capable of flying for 10 hours with a top speed of no less than 200 miles per hour and a useful bomb load. The contract would be given to the winner of a fly-off competition between the 299, the Douglas DB-1, and the Martin Model 146 in Ohio. When the Model 299 was rolled out for the press on July 27, 1935, a reporter called the aircraft a flying fortress upon seeing its large size and multiple weapon points. Boeing quickly trademarked the name and made a point in some early press statements that their aircraft was the first designed that could complete its mission even with the loss of one engine. At the fly-off, the Boeing easily outperformed its twin-engine rivals. The aircraft was performing so well that even before an official winner was declared, General MacArthur, one of the attending officers, signed a contract for 65 of them. However, on October 30, 1935, during a test flight, the 299 crashed, killing several on board, including Boeing test pilot Leslie R. Tower. The cause of the crash was found to be that the gust locks had not been released before takeoff. This incident was directly responsible for the pre-flight checklists used to this day by pilots around the world. With the crash disqualifying it from the competition, and despite Air Corps support for the type, the contract was eventually canceled for the 65 aircraft so that funds could purchase 133 of the twin-engine Douglas DB-1s, now known as B-18 Bolos. Boeing's hopes for a big contract were dashed. However, the story of the big bomber was not over yet. In January 1936, the Air Corps purchased 13 YB-17s for service testing, using a loophole allowing for test purposes. The YB-17 featured improvements on the 299, such as more powerful engines. These 13 were delivered to Langley Field in 1937 for testing and development flights. It was one of these flights that 3 B-17s under the command of future SAC General Curtis LeMay intercepted and photographed the Italian ocean liner Rex just over 600 miles at sea. This proved the aircraft's capabilities and made headlines around the world. Opposition to the Air Corps' ambitions for more B-17s faded as Boeing developed improvements such as turbo superchargers and better control surfaces into the B-17B models, leading to an order for 10 more aircraft. More improved models and small batch orders came from 1939 through early 1941. However, as war broke out in Europe, further development of the B-17 was made, adding the now familiar large tail and tail gunner station it would carry through the war's end. A large order of 512 of these B-17E models was ordered, but only 200 had been delivered by the time of the Pearl Harbor attack and America's entry into the war. The B-17 would see action minutes into the war with a flight of unarmed and almost out of fuel. B-17Es arriving in Hawaii as the surprise attack was in full swing. Several B-17s on the ground were destroyed. With the war underway, Boeing, as well as several other manufacturers such as Douglas and Lockheed, would go on to build over 12,000 of them. The Flying Fortress would spearhead the American daytime bombing efforts in Europe, with bombers such as Memphis Belle becoming household names. The Fortress earned a reputation for survivability, with many bombers beating the odds getting their crews home despite horrendous damage. Various improvements would see the bomber evolve into the B-17G, a model with improved gunner stations, a chin turret for front defense, and other details. The B-17 would serve on all war fronts, often used in roles never envisioned by Boeing, from anti-submarine warfare to cargo and VIP transport, even being captured and used by the Axis for testing and other uses. Like many aircraft during the war, the Fortress was also subject to various prototypes and experimentation. Here we see the XB-38 Flying Fortress, a conversion of a standard Flying Fortress, testing whether the Allison V-1710 V-type engine could be substituted for the standard Wright R-20 radial engine, which did increase the speed of the bomber but was not adopted. From a speed demon to a flying battleship, this is the YB-40, intended to act as a heavily armed gunship to support other bombers during World War II. At the time of its development, long-range fighter aircraft such as the North American P-51 Mustang were not yet available to accompany bombers from England to Germany and back. This did not prove successful. After the war, with newer, more capable aircraft coming into service, the B-17s were quickly phased out. Many brand new aircraft were flown directly from factories to storage, and alongside war veterans, most were scrapped. The few in military service were used in roles such as drones, personal transport, and in roles such as search and rescue with the United States Coast Guard. Some B-17s became test beds, such as this 17 used to develop jet engines. Many former bombers found work as airliners, cargo haulers, survey aircraft, and as fire bombers. Currently flying warbirds, such as the Commemorative Air Force's Sentimental Journey, owe their survival to their time as fire bombers. The Fortress also quickly became a star of the media, such as appearing multiple times on the cover of Life magazine during the war years, becoming the star of movies such as Best Years of Our Lives, the 1,000 Plane Raid, and both the movie and TV show version of 12 O'Clock High. It continues even now, 50 to 80 years after the war, in projects such as the 1990 film The Memphis Belle and the more recent TV series Masters of the Air. Today, 45 remain, with 4 still flying around the world. Many of these aircraft are currently on display in museums, such as I'll Be Around, located at the 390th Memorial Museum in Arizona, and Short Beer at the Hill Aerospace Museum. Aircraft such as Sentimental Journey still tour the U.S., offering rides and air show experiences. Have you seen or gotten a ride on a B-17? Tell us below. Do you have an air museum near you? Please visit them and show your support even if they don't have a B-17, as efforts like theirs help preserve historical aircraft for us to enjoy. And if you like the Flying Fortress, please check out our store for B-17 shirts for men and women and other related items. Your support helps us continue to bring you more content. Have a great day, my friends, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next video.